Hi, I'm Helena, pronounced Helena rather than Helena or Helena as us Australians like to call it. I'm a 29-year-old communications advisor working for New South Wales State Government, and I'm also studying my postgraduate certificate in communications at Deakin University. I haven't been to university before, actually came straight out of Year 12 and entered the public service and did finance for about 4 years. The first course I did was marketing communication, and I actually got a HD for that, which to me was just huge. Growing up, I always sort of felt that I wasn't very smart academically because I didn't do too well in school. I believe that studying at postgraduate level is actually the thing that got me over the line for my current role. I started as a media and comms coordinator for the Department of Regional New South Wales, and then within 5 months I was promoted to be a communications advisor in the same team.
Before this role, I worked in a few different industries. I worked at a gym as a strength and conditioning coach where I also did the marketing, and then I worked at UNSW Canberra in student admin, where marketing and comms were a small part, but they were never really the full picture of any roles I'd had yet.
I travelled for 6 months around Europe in 2019, and then I moved to Dublin for 6 months. I was lucky enough to get a job at the best medical university in Ireland, so I ran the operations for a research unit, and they needed funding to do more research. How to get funding? Marketing. So it was just another little push for me to do marketing and do some more creative work. But then COVID hit, and within a week I was packed up and back in Australia living with my mum. When I got home, I was an anxious mess. There were a lot of days where I just couldn't even get out of bed. I was really grieving the life that I had lost. And I'm speaking about this now because I'm a big believer in mental health, and I just think the world would be such a better place if people didn't feel so ashamed to be able to speak about their feelings and their anxieties or other things that they might be struggling with. One of the ways that sort of got me through that was being able to write about it and speak about it on social media. For the few followers I had, it seemed to be that whenever I was the most raw and honest and vulnerable, those were the times where people really engaged with me. After a few months, I realised I wanted to study, and it was really the light at the end of the tunnel for me. When I first started studying, I was working my full-time job in Ireland from Australia, and I was also working at my old university. Working 2 full-time jobs and learning how to study at postgraduate level sort of shows my strong work ethic, but also shows how to burn yourself out. Now that I'm studying these marketing, comms and design type of courses, and I'm working in the industry next to these incredible creative brains, I feel like I'm home, and I feel like I've found the thing that I'm passionate about, that I'm good at. Working in a few different industries has given me the toolkit to be a well-rounded and valuable employee, and although it took me a while to get here at 29, I'm grateful that I had those opportunities because it really shaped who I am, and I think it's made me feel even more grateful to be in this role and to be studying. I strongly believe that when people are doing something they're passionate about and that they love and they dive out of bed for most of the time, they're the people that perform the best, and they want to give the best to their team or for their company. And to be honest, I feel like that's me right now. I'd love to work for a forward-thinking and creative company with some great team culture. A couple of beers at the pub on a Friday wouldn't go astray. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to get in touch or work with me, my LinkedIn details are below. Or if you just fancy a beer on a Friday, I'm up for that too.